What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon and this is Top Dog's Garage. Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of my 2000 V6 Mustang before the swap. I got this car when I was like maybe my first year of college, and I think the window sticker had it for about $6,000, and I got maybe $2,500 off of that sticker. I have the sticker somewhere in this car, so I'll find it and show you guys. But at the time, I needed a vehicle that didn't drink a lot of fuel, so I was in an old Chevy truck that was just hard on fuel, and gas was kind of in the upper threes, made the upper threes up there. So wanted something that was a little nice, but still didn't run through a lot of gas. And this car fit the bill within my budget. All in all, it's a really nice car. Obviously, being a V6, even the GTs from that time weren't that powerful, but being a V6 from the 2000 New Edge era, like, these cars have essentially no real power to them. So I always knew that I wanted something more powerful, and it doesn't really pull that hard. So I always knew I wanted more power, more speed. But at the time I was focused on school, of course, and you know, I wasn't really trying to blow a lot of money on cars and stuff at the time. So now I'm coming out of, you know, I've been out of college for a few years. I actually had a 2013 GT, really liked that car, and ended up getting a really good deal when I traded it to get my F-150 for family reasons. So I had the choice between either buying another, you know, S197 GT, or just building up this car. And I figured, hey, it's so reliable, it's been here this whole time, why not just give it more juice and more power? And now the new edge swap market's a lot more like supported, so I think, you know, I have enough tools and parts made that I can actually do the swap, and it, you know, it gives me more of a project, something more involved. So my plan here is to swap this with a Coyote. You've probably already seen some videos, but I have a 2016 F-150 motor with less than 50,000 miles, so that's a really good, that's a plus for sure. So as part of that, I have to take out the rear end and everything. So we'll go into details of the build, but I do want to do a quick review of the car as well as get some footage of it to serve as a nice before part of this, before I take this project and tear it apart. So I'm going to get some footage. I'll walk around, maybe talk about a few things about the car, and then, you know, this will make for some good content once we finish the whole project, both inside and out, to have like a good comparison of where it started and where we came. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so next up we're going to take a ride around. I'm going to walk around the car and check it out. I'll show you kind of just what it looks like now, and I'll talk through some of the stuff I plan to do as we go along. guys, so some things I'm going to do to this car. Obviously, just looking at the wheels, I got to change those, even if I like them, which I don't. These are only 205s and it's 16, or is it 15-inch wheels, so that's not going to hold the power that this Coyote puts down. So we obviously got to switch those out. I did change the headlights to some halos. I may keep these. I may go for a darker set. I'm not sure yet. As far as the hood goes, I have these black accents. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep those or if I'm just going to go to back to the regular blue. But for right now, this is where it's at. So I'm really not sure on that. Throw down some comments below with some responses of what you think looks good with this blue. Should I just keep it all blue? Or should I keep the black accents, or maybe even touch these up, or do different ones. So the car color is bright Atlantic blue, and I think they ran that color from 99 to 2000, so it's not a lot of them out there, but it's a really nice color. I don't know how good it comes through, but it is old paint. I've never had it detailed or anything, so I'm thinking it'll clean up nicely. I have some small repairs, so like down here, there's a chip in the door. So I'll probably do a video on how I clean that up. I'll probably just use some Bondo and paint over it. But I'll save all of that stuff for after the swap, because, you know, just as you're moving around and you have parts and stuff, tools, you're liable to scratch it. So before I do any kind of paint correction, I figure I'll finish doing all the swapping stuff. So on the back side, I'm fine with what it is. I may do some sequential taillights or something like that, but that's about it. Obviously, we'll see how the exhaust hangs. I may have to get a GT bumper, depending on how high the exhaust pipes sit. These duals actually run off a Y pipe, and they were made for the V6, so they hang a little lower, of course. But if I get a GT bumper, then it'll have cutouts for the exhaust, and so maybe if my exhaust is too high, I may have to do that, which shouldn't be too bad. Black fuel door and everything as well. But yeah, so from the outside, this is what it looks like. I have some plans for modifications, but honestly, the way it looks on the outside right now is pretty good. And now we'll show you the interior. All right, guys, so coming inside, the first thing I'm gonna change eventually is the steering wheel. It's just old and worn out, like it's crumbly, falling apart, so that's one of the first things. The other things, and I'm not sure if this is all new edges, but I have a friend with a new edge, and he kind of had the same issue as these damn seat belts. They're so floppy and they get loose up in here, and you have to like always straighten it out and feed it back through. So I'm gonna do something about the seat belts, that's for damn sure. As far as the seats go, they are cloth because this is a base. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So in my 13 GT, I had leather seats, which were nice, but man, in the hot summers and stuff down here in the South, those seats got so hot and it felt like it was baking the car. So I'm not 100% sure I want leather again, but I'll see what's out on the aftermarket and make a decision eventually. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure I want to go leather. Maybe if I can find like a nice suede or something, I'll go that way. But yeah, so going in, this door was already kind of broken when I got it. It's part of the reason why I was able to get so much off. So I'll definitely need to replace this. And actually, here's the sticker I mentioned. So I bought this when I was in Ohio, but the window sticker had it at 6,000, which was high. So we ended up getting out of the door with like 4,500. So I can take that. These just are old and worn out, and so I need to get new vents. I have a new bezel here that'll change this to just a double den, one double den area instead of the two singles. When I do that, I'll be able to get an upgraded radio system, maybe something touchscreen, I'm not sure yet. So if you have any good radio ideas that'll fit here once this becomes like a double den setup, let me know down in the comments below, because I have no clue about the radios yet. So feel free to share any ideas or recommendations you guys have. If you have any that look good or work well, let me know. Eventually I'll upgrade gauges, but for right now, I think I found a way to get them to work. Or I shouldn't say I found a way, but I found someone who knows how. And so once I cross that bridge in that video, I'll make sure I share his information, because he seems to be a really reputable guy in the new edge community. So definitely want to give him his props once everything's all wired up. Same thing, vents I need to replace, but actually my bezel that came here with the double den, comes with these vents as well, so I don't have to buy any specific vents. I will have to buy one for over here, and I'm not even sure about this one. Yeah, this one's cracked too, so I have to get another one for the driver's side as well. So that just happens. It's old, it's all plastic, so you know, over time it wears down. This stuff here will change out since I'm going manual. I have a different shift boot, and obviously the handle and stuff changes out for a manual car. Same for the pedals, of course. Since it's an auto now, so I will go to manual pedals. But yeah, for the rest of it, I don't know. So yeah, guys, that was a walk around and tour of the car. Like I mentioned, I do plan on changing out the steering wheel as well as the seats, but I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna get. Like, so if you have seat recommendations, or as well as the radio, let me know. I do have an idea on what wheel I'll get, and I'll share that with you guys in another video. But as far as the seats go, I'm still looking for recommendations. As far as what I'll do with the back seats, it probably depends. If I get leather, then I'll probably get some leather seats out of an OEM, like 99 to 04 Mustang, because they seem to fit and they'll be clean. If I get cloth, probably the same thing. I was debating maybe trying to get some of the seats out of like the more modern GTs and see if I can fabricate something to make them fit and sit well. I don't plan on having a lot of people in the back, so truthfully, if it just looks good, it'll work, but also I would want it to be safe in case I did have somebody back there. And as far as up front, I can pretty much fabricate any kind of seats to fit with my current seat bases, or I can take them out and just run some new holes or something. So if you have good seat recommendations, let me know. Other than that, as far as upgrades, like I said, some small plastic stuff to get. I need a radio. I'm also going to upgrade the brakes. I have an idea of what I'm going to do for that as well, so stay tuned to see more. I think I'm going to take some of the Brembos off of the ATS, the 1318 ATS, and I found some sources that say that works pretty well, so stay tuned for that. That'll definitely be in there. Like I said, I need bigger wheels to hold the Coyote's power, but definitely need bigger brakes to stop it. This V6 was not a killer by any means, so the brakes that are on it are fine for this. Probably not going to work for the Coyote. So, you know, yeah, that's the video. That's the overview of this car. Stay tuned to see the journey and see what this car becomes. I think it'll be a really nice, fun project when it's done, and I think we'll have a really cool video to show just how this car transforms into a much nicer vehicle, and like I said, something I like to hold on to for a lot longer. This is my old reliable car that I had in college. It got me through there. It has 180,000 miles. I think I bought it with like 123. So I put some miles on it, not a whole bunch, but it's done good for me. And so I think once I beat the power up on this car, it'll be a really nice car, and I'll be able to keep it for another 10, 15 years or however long I want it. So that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick walk around and want to show you everything. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for being on the channel. Like I said, comment down below any recommendations you have. Hey man, if there's some sponsors out there, you want to get me something, or we can work something out, hit me up, because I'm down with that too. You know, this build is hitting the pockets, and I'm not Bezos out here, you know. So let me know what you guys have for me. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Holler back at your boy, man.